Hai guys dan selamat kembali ke studio Sembang bersama saya Amy. Dalam studio hari ini kita ada seorang yang sangat terkenal bukan sahaja di Malaysia ataupun Indonesia tapi di Southeast Asia ya. Kita ada the one and only Raisa. Hello. Hai. Selamat kembali ke Kuala Lumpur ya.
Terima kasih. So happy to be here. Ini pertama kali aku kesini.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm so happy to have you back. Untuk prepare for this episode, right? I did so much research about you.
I know. Should I be scared?
Only a bit.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I think you're so interesting, girl. And I think like
you.
macam bila I tengok fasa-fasa kehidupan you, like there's so much to learn from your journey. Tapi apa yang I rasa sangat interesting juga adalah you're seorang yang sangat private kan. Biasanya for someone who's as big of a celebrity as you, kita akan dapat tahu banyak benda pasal orang tu on the internet. But you're quite private. I was impressed.
Am I private or am I just lazy? Maybe I'm just lazy to like, I don't know.
Faham?
Tapi yeah, like I said, I didn't think it was that interesting. Maybe you can ask me something.
Okay, saya cadangkan. Daripada you be the judge of whether it's interesting or not, I rasa kita bagilah orang peluang untuk decide for themselves, right? So let's start at the beginning. How was your childhood?
My childhood was very just normal childhood. Tapi aku tuh dari dulu nggak terlalu show. So I'm quite introverted. Tapi ibuku bilang memang aku suka nyanyi dari kecil. Dari umur 3 tahun, aku udah mulai nyanyi di rumah. Dan terus pas udah mulai besar sedikit, aku ikut choir dan lain-lain. So the love of music started when I was really young. But then I have like detours. I was a child entrepreneur.
I heard about this.
I was a child entrepreneur. And then I wanted to be a detective. I wanted to be a cashier. I wanted to be an astronaut. I want to be everything. But then the one thing that's never changed is I wanted to be somewhat related to music. And so kayaknya baru mulai serius itu waktu high school. Udah gitu. And then the rest is history.
The rest is history, right, as they say. Tapi dari mana datang ni passion untuk music? Was it like from your parents? Daripada adik-beradik?
My mom was a singer. My mom was a singer, but I didn't know because she was a singer before she had us. Yeah, so pas aku udah besar, aku baru tahu ibuku tuh dulu penyanyi. So I've never witnessed her sing or know that she had a career before us. All I know is she was mom. Wow. She is mom, right? Tapi I guess the musical talent and the musical background came from her.
Oh, for
like
sure.
Her family.
Do you have any adik-beradik?
Aku punya kakak satu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big brother.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yes.
What was it like growing up, just the two of you guys?
We used to fight a lot, of course, but now we're so close. And my brother is like the softest, the most heartwarming people person ever.
Wow.
Like 10 times more than me. And I'm having difficulties like telling my feelings. That's why I write songs, because I cannot say my feelings like in real life. But he's the opposite. He's just like emotion all the time, words all the time. And we're so different, but that's why we are so super tight now.
Dia sangat aneh kan, sebab orang selalu cakap the artists are the ones who are sebenarnya introverted, and disebabkan tu the art is dekat mana artis akan keluarkan diorang punya feelings kan.
Benar.
Which biasanya macam daripada luar orang akan selalu fikir yang terbalik, the most extroverted person yang akan letak diorang punya feelings in a song. For example, it's funny how that works, right?
Yes, but I feel like it's amazing outlet for me. During COVID, I realized that how much I need that outlet gitu. Karena kan waktu COVID kita nggak bisa ketemu penonton, kita nggak bisa ada di atas panggung dan ngeluarin all of that emotion. And I really struggled with that during COVID. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, this is not about singing anymore. This is not it. It's I really needed to let out all my emotion and my I don't know, something that I hold inside. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that must have been very difficult, huh?
Yeah, very.
Sebelum semua itu, I think before Raisa dah jumpa ataupun bertemu dengan your focus in life, which was music, you've done a lot of things. So saya nak tanya sikit lah pasal this child entrepreneur thing. Sebab saya rasa macam cerita ni sangat comel. You started selling to your friends when you were in school. Boleh tak ceritakan sikit macam mana benda ni boleh terjadi?
I don't know. Was I opportunist or I just like money.
Well, that's fair enough.
Pokoknya aku ingat banget. I think I was in grade 2
So young.
when I started selling. We used to collect like little apa namanya? Kita bilangnya kertas file.
Like folders?
So, in folders, they're like cute Hello Kitty papers.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so I started selling those to my friends. I don't know how much I sell it for. And then I started making, my mom loved to cook. So I started cooking with her. And then I started selling like what we cook
Oh my
to my
gosh.
friends. And that was like 2nd grade or 3rd grade. And then when I was in junior high school, the business was booming.
Oh my god. Okay, she grew. She was an entrepreneur.
Yeah, so I buy like snacks from like a supplier, so I get a lower rate. Yes.
And you were how old?
I think like 13 at
Dah
that
ada
time.
supplier sendiri ya?
Yeah.
Wow. Tak ada alasan untuk korang kat luar sana.
Yeah, and then I sell it door to door to my friends. So I sell it at the same rate as the canteen does, but I provide the service of coming to your classroom, right?
She also did delivery.
Yes, free delivery.
Wow.
Yes.
Dia dah macam Shopee. Tapi
Yeah.
sebelum Shopee wujud.
Iya, benar.
Wow.
Kalau kita bilangnya gratis ongkir, gratis ongkos kirim.
Wow. Kenapa tak macam teruskan dengan
Ya,
business?
makanya.
Adakah, was that why you studied marketing?
Yes, that's I always have the knack for business, for marketing. I always love, maybe because I love, this is also in my writing, maybe because I love like human psychology, like the way they consume things, the way the emotions. Itu kan semua di pelajaran marketing and
Yeah.
sales ada kan. Jadi kayak misal orang masuk ke dalam toko and then how's the scent, what's the song, what's the lighting, it all connects to how people would buy your product. And I find it super interesting. So kayaknya dari kecil memang kayak I like to observe and I'm so curious about like the way people think.
Oh, that's a pretty powerful skill, yeah. Especially dalam seorang yang kreatif. Sebab biasanya kan, creative people dengan business people ada satu macam mana nak cakap, bukan nak cakap clash lah, tapi jarang ada seorang yang boleh master dua-dua. Sebab biasanya kalau kreatif, you akan pilih art, you takkan terlalu biasa dengan macam mana nak jual art tu. Sebab it's like a corruption of the art, you know?
Yeah.
Dan di sebaliknya orang yang business tu akan fikir macam mana saya nak jual, apa yang akan paling laku dan benda tu akan mengompromi the art.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I
So
know
untuk
exactly what
jumpa
you mean.
seseorang yang tahu macam mana nak handle both.
Yeah. I think now I'm still more on the art side. So I hate talking about budget. I hate talking to my finance guys about projects. But so I have an amazing partner, my manager, who's also the co-founder of my label and management. But because I understand the business perspective, I think I can compromise a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can at least understand kenapa compromise tu kena ada.
Yeah. Or maybe I can be more creative in terms of the business side. Or okay, we don't have a lot of budget. Okay, I have to get more creative.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oof. It's a lot of pressure, especially when you're also the singer, the performer.
I know sometimes it's hard because I have my own label, so I'm the artist in my own label, obviously. And then there's management, and we also have a lot of things going on in our label. But because I'm also the artist and the label, so I know every point of view that maybe sometimes the artist shouldn't know. So, like the numbers and the, something like that. And so, sometimes it's hard. I'm like, okay, I don't need to know about that too much.
Kalau tak kita pening last kan?
Well, next slide, please.
Okay, kita U-turn kembali pada permulaan of your singing career. And it started with Andante and Viera.
Yes.
Which is a band, okay? Lain daripada apa yang you guys kenal Raisa sekarang.
Yeah.
How did that start?
Sebenarnya mulainya dari Andante. Jadi there's this really amazing musician namanya Kevin, and we were the same age. I think before we were in high school when we met, and then karena dia pianis, amazing pianist, and I'm a vocalist, so we make like kind of like a pop sweet duo. Tapi ternyata waktu kita datang ke label-label, ternyata it was not what they were looking for at that time. And I feel like a lot of pressure falls on me as the vocalist. Oh, she's too this, too that. She should be less this, less that. And then maybe the goal of the music change completely. Jadi lebih kayak Viera yang dikenal sekarang. Then with the new concept, I feel like it's not really me. So I made the decision, the very, very hard decision at that time to step back. And yeah, let them do their thing. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do then because I was still in college. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just be a college student. I don't know what I'm going to do with music. But yeah, it was super difficult when they had their first single and it was booming. It was everywhere. But a tiny part of me was like, yeah, I think I made the right decision because despite this being my dream, I know that I wouldn't be happy if I were to stay in that something that wasn't like entirely my goal. So yeah.
Yang sangat pelik ataupun benda yang paling susah I rasa untuk semua manusia dalam dunia ni adalah untuk tahu dekat mana the line of like I want to chase my dream tapi pada masa yang sama I can handle perasaan ketakutan tu sebab contohnya if you were too scared and you stayed in that band right because you were like okay kalau saya keluar saya takut mungkin rezeki ni takkan datang dua kali you would have not been the Raisa that you are today. Apa yang membuatkan you rasa sangat yakin dengan your decision if you were like to help people out there like how do you know when to chase your dream?
I think trust your gut feeling. You really know. You know, sometimes people feel like they don't have a choice or it's like, oh, I'm stuck in the situation, but you really know it deep down. And so I would say trust your gut feeling, especially when you're that young. I was probably like 16 or 17, especially when you're super young. Just try everything. Keep your options open. You know, don't be afraid of failure. And, you know, you have time. You always have time.
So your next step was YouTube.
Actually, YouTube was funny because at that time, YouTube was super new, right? So if you see, I haven't deleted any videos.
Okay, itu pun I nak tanya sebab biasa ni bila kita tengok balik diri kita yang dulu kita macam lama delete lah. Terus dia kan.
It's so cringe.
I don't think so.
Like the first video, oh my god, it was so dark. It was so dodgy.
Dia lain lah daripada Raisa kita kenal sekarang.
No, but it shows how far I've come. No? Like the cringiest moment is such a contrast of like the highest achievement that I have. So the cringe moment has to stay there to make it more contrast, right? But the YouTube stuff is not like today where it's a place where you find talent. It was, for me, it was just, I don't know, trying out something new, you know? But yeah, finally, YouTube and my, where my career started, it happened separately. But after I released singles and stuff, I went back and promoted on YouTube. But at that time, it was super different than now.
Yeah. Tapi I know your career pada permulaannya, it actually really got a huge kick from Serba Salah.
Yeah.
Even more than YouTube, right? And the radio stations that played Serba Salah, dan itu sebenarnya yang membina nama Raisa pada permulaannya kan?
Yeah, and then I also, after Serba Salah, I also did the acoustic version on YouTube and yeah, stuff like that.
So macam mana peluang untuk Serba Salah boleh wujud for you at that time?
I don't know. Even I wasn't really confident with that song at the time because it was the first time I was writing and releasing, and I'm more of like a penyanyi ballad gitu ya. I like very melodious song, and this is a pretty straightforward, just a catchy song. I don't know if does this song showcase my talent? Does this song, you know, it's gonna give me a chance for a bigger career, etc. And then also the first song that I've ever written from start to finish. So I don't know if I was too confident with that song, but turns out that it was maybe what the industry was lacking at that time, at that specific period of time. So people seem to really
love it.
Yeah.
Dan pada masa ini in your career, you didn't have a label, you were independent, right?
Yes, we were semi-independent. So we produced the album and then kita titip edar namanya with joint venture with Universal at the time.
Okay. And dari situlah mulanya perjalanan untuk wujudkan album pertama, which is Raisa.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And so, okay, I had some questions for you on this because I know that like kebanyakan kali bila bekerja dengan label yang besar, especially as an up-and-coming artist, dia sangat susah untuk, I nak cakap kita, tapi sebenarnya I bukan seorang artis ya. Tapi it's very difficult for artists to find their own sound and untuk convincekan seorang label untuk bagi kepercayaan untuk, write your own music or take it in a direction that you want to take it.
Yeah.
How did you navigate that pada permulaannya?
I think that's why we decided to put money also on this album, make it semi-independent, so that we can have more say in the album itself gitu. Biasanya kalau yang tadi kamu omongin itu is a full sign artist. So the label usually have more to say than the artist itself. But I think, I don't know, but I think now artists have much more say because artists are content creators and content creators, they know their audience. So I hope now it's much different than how it used to be, that artists have more say. Because now it's all about the connection with the audience, the engagement, the way you, the way you know your audience. So I hope now the label trusts the artist more. Yeah.
It's interesting macam mana zaman dah berubah dan cara orang masuk ke dalam
15 years ago this
happened.
happened.
It's changed a lot. Tapi apa yang saya rasa sangat inspiring untuk orang kat luar sana is that macam, especially zaman dulu kan, you had to convince like a whole panel of people untuk bagi kepercayaan. It's a lot. Dan kalau diorang tak bagi kepercayaan, there's no way for you to self-publish or reach your own audience. Sekarang dengan kewujudannya social media, that's changed. And it should be so much easier for people.
Some part easier, but some parts are a lot harder because then it's so saturated and there's like a million talent out there that on your fingertip. Like you literally have 3 seconds to convince people that you're good. Like that's it for you.
Yeah.
But before it was you take a lot of time convincing people, but you have a lot more attention. The attention span of people is not
so
as short as it is now, right? So it takes a lot of labor, but I think the chances are also bigger back then. But now you get so much spotlight, but the attention span is so short.
Yeah.
It's super difficult now as well.
I guess you just have to be brave, right? To do it.
Yeah.
And you really were. I think taking on financially separuh daripada the album for your first studio album. That's crazy decision. Why did you choose that?
Yes, a lot of credit goes to my partner, 𝙏𝙃, which is also my manager since the very beginning.
Wow.
Because he was the one that's telling me like, oh, you have to own the right of your own music because
awesome.
this and that. And we were both kids.
Yeah.
But it was, now I think about it, it was such a forward way of thinking.
Yes.
And it started with that. And also like, obviously the creative aspect, like if you want to have more say, you have to trust your product. You have to put your own capital in it. Oh, okay. And then I started to learn it by doing it. It's just
that is such a smart decision.
A lot of trial and error, but it turns out to be a good decision.
Do you recommend that untuk macam artis-artis muda kat luar sana untuk macam cuba untuk maintainkan diorang punya ownership?
Yeah, if you can, yes. I mean, because you want to have the IP of your, your own songs. You have to have that,
Okay, so selepas Raisa album came out, it blew up. Everybody loved it and it did so well. Serba Salah was like everywhere. Apa perbezaan mungkin di antara perbezaan yang paling ketara that happened dalam your life And when did you realize like, okay, my music is successful?
When was it? I remember the first time they played on the radio. And then I think the I made it moment, I think it was seeing myself on a billboard.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God. Like, oh, take a photo. I still take a photo until now. Just
Really?
like, seeing myself in a billboard never gets old. It's so cool.
Okay.
But yeah, I think when I don't know, when I go somewhere and then people shouted my song to me, I think that was like the moment where, okay, these people know my songs. Yeah, I think those kind of realization, because it wasn't an overnight thing for me. It wasn't like something that was viral and it has like 1 million views in like a couple of minutes, but so that aku ngerasain semuanya tuh perlahan-lahan gitu. Jadi kayak misal hari ini ada yang foto, tiba-tiba besok ada yang nyanyi, terus 1 bulan kemudian something bigger, 1 bulan kemudian ada something a bit bigger, you know. So it's slow and steady for me.
Do you think there's a benefit untuk slow and steady? I mean, sekarang kita dah biasa nampak benda yang macam terus viral. Virality tu mungkin tak wujud sangat zaman dulu kan?
Yeah.
Is it better if you kind of like macam bila you membesar dalam career, is it better to go slow and steady?
I would think so, yes. Because it's not easy on your mental health to be super big in a short time. Because mentally you need to prepare. And also you have to learn how to handle things slowly. Because no amount of, you know, books, podcasts, or anything that you watch, you hear can prepare you for what's gonna happen to you, you know? Like the high is super high and the low is super low. Itu susah banget gitu. Dan kalau misalkan kamu nggak bisa handle-nya, it's gonna take a toll on you. Jadi kalau misal itu terjadi sangat cepat dan sangat tinggi, tiba-tiba kamu jatuh gitu, what to do? You don't know what to do gitu. It's gonna be super difficult. Tapi kalau perlahan-lahan, you know the process, maybe you win some a little bit and then you lose a little bit, it's not gonna be too difficult. But if you win a lot and you lose a lot, it's gonna be very different, right? So yeah, slow and steady is very, very. I was lucky that it happened to me.
So you never felt like this giant drop or anything, right? Because it was always like a slow climb, but overall very.
Yeah, and you know, it's not everything that I did was successful. We have a lot of flops as well, definitely, like something that didn't work, a project that never happened, or something that got canceled, or something that I really believed in then nobody likes. Those kind of things happened, but yeah, it's just a part of the process. And I learned a lot more things about myself and about the way we do business by the failures than by the success. I mean, if success, okay, we learn what works, you know, usually like a short list of what works. But if we failed, we learn a long list of what didn't work, you know, what doesn't work. So it's also a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where like the business and the art kind of like intersects. When you, for example, macam lepas dah keluarkan album Raisa and it was a success, was it like the business part of your brain or the art part of your brain that's like, okay, this is how I'm gonna go after my career selepas ini because was there like a goal, like I want to reach this many albums or I want to reach this many followers or fans? Like, how did you approach it?
I stay away from numbers as much as I can.
Yeah.
I used to really did not know anything about any numbers, but now it's like always shoved in your face. Like, you know the numbers sometimes. Tapi sebisa mungkin aku nggak tahu. Karena it's super difficult for an artist to always know your numbers because then you think it's all about the numbers. It's just very human to think that tolak ukur kesuksesan itu dari you know, how many views, how many streams that you have gitu. Sehingga bikin mungkin berkaryanya kurang jujur gitu ya. And it's gonna be super difficult as well. So kalau dari from an artist point of view, aku benar-benar berusaha nggak terlalu banyak lihat numbers gitu. Tapi kalau itu nggak berhasil, misalkan ada lagu yang flop atau nggak sukses, kenapa ya gitu, baru aku buka numbernya. Justru kalau misalkan something didn't work, aku berani nih buka numbersnya. Okay, why didn't work at this time? What was happening at that time? Oh, another song that's super big came out at the same time. Oh, what did this person do right that we didn't do? You know, you start to analyze the little things, and I feel like it's more important now than ever. Dan juga sekarang mungkin karena aku punya label sendiri dan aku punya management sendiri, jadi aku tahu investment yang we put on every project. So I have to be responsible with what I want from my label, because you know harus terjadi gitu, harus jadi revenue, whether it's in terms of money or in terms of image dan you know news dan lain-lain gitu.
Apalagi kalau label tu milik sendiri kan. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on to the topic of your second album, Heart to Heart.
Yeah.
And I think Raisa pernah cakap that every album is like a universe ataupun pengalaman apa yang Raisa tengah lalui pada ketika itu kan. Are all your songs that you write, are these based on your real life experience yang betul-betul benar-benar berlaku to you?
I think the first album, no.
Okay.
Because I didn't know anything. The second album though, it's the most crucial album for an artist is the second one. Because
I pernah dengar this actually.
Yeah, because it's the make or break, you know. It's a very interesting phase di mana kamu harus kasih tahu audience who you are. Jadi harus ada konsistensi dari album pertama ke album kedua. Tapi juga you have to give more, dan juga kamu harus gak bikin orang bosan. Is a one trick pony, you know. Jadinya I felt the pressure of the second album because the first one was so successful. Tapi kalau jawab pertanyaan kamu tadi, di album kedua aku mulai ada beberapa lagu yang I felt vulnerable and okay, ini pengalaman pribadi aku gitu. Tapi the real the real milestone for me as a songwriter came after that. It's the song Jatuh Hati. So I came up with that single Jatuh Hati, and then after that until now, itu aku percaya diri dengan to call myself a songwriter. Before that, I was more of a singer and someone that's, you know, trying to figure out who she is. Tapi after the song Jatuh Hati and then album Handmade, album It's Personal, dan sekarang Ambivert, I'm like, I'm a songwriter.
She's like, yeah, I got this.
I got that.
Yeah, which is great. But I think something you mentioned, which I think is so interesting and is about vulnerability and macam mana kita nak sharing aspek pasal diri kita dengan orang di luar sana, right? When you write these songs and they're about your life, so especially kalau you say that you're like an introvert, it must be very scary to like play it for people and bagi orang dengar like your real true story. That's scary.
Yeah.
Where did you get the confidence from? Like macam mana you handle macam perasaan ketakutan ataupun suara yang kecil dalam otak kita yang cakap macam okay, kita jangan terlalu vulnerable dengan orang. Macam mana kalau kita dijudge? Macam mana kalau orang tak suka? How did you deal with that?
Ada sih yang kadang-kadang sedih itu lagu yang emang very personal, and then we believe in it, and then people don't like it. It's like,
sakitnya.
You didn't like that.
Yeah.
But you know, life goes on. Like, move on to another single. But I have one rule for my partner. Like, okay, now my husband, before was like boyfriends. Like, do not ask who this song is about. It could be about you. It could be about my past. It could be about my future. It could be about anyone.
Smart.
So just don't ask. You can assume.
Yeah.
But please don't ask. I don't want to over-explain my art. I don't want to be like in front of my pen and paper. It's like thinking about, will he think that I'm, I wrote this song about this person, that person. Like, it's so uncomfortable for me to write in that mindset. And so, for me, first things first, always the personal life. I make sure everybody is just like, okay, don't ask because it's just art. And then second of all, to the public, I can be more vulnerable now that I feel very secure in my relationship and whatnot. And also, everyone has a heartbreak. Everyone has problems. And I'm everyone, So if people would ask me, oh, was that your personal problem? Yeah. Do you have this problem in your relationship? Yeah. I mean, you too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
we all do.
Yeah, we all do. So I don't feel like it's something that I have to be ashamed of. It's just something that if it's something that people can relate to me with, then I'm happy to share.
Mm-hmm. Has that ever happened? Macam ada orang macam question, is this song about me?
Yeah lah, obviously. I mean, it's human lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I deflect as much as I can.
Yeah.
But if it's a good song, if it's like a positive vibe song, I'm like, of course it's about you. Not always.
Oh.
No, but yeah, of course. It's very human.
But it's like the peribahasa, right? Siapa yang makan chili dia lah rasa pedas.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's exactly that. So just janganlah makan chili tu and you'll be fine.
Aku tuh merasa ignorance is bliss. Yeah. So if you are in a relationship or dating a musician, a writer, or an artist, please save yourself.
The heartbreak.
Just don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or just be a good person so that you akan rasa yakin. You can. Just like don't do weird things.
Yes. Just be a good person and they'll never write bad things about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so question, right? As you move on and you write about these like personal life experiences yang Raisa pernah melalui kan, as we all grow, we become more and more stable in and of ourselves and we have less like experiences of like highs and lows macam mana kita dulu time kita kecil untuk mencari ruang untuk create art tu, right? Yeah. And as you grow as an artist, people still expect this of you and they demand this of you, right? They're like, we want to hear about your life. We love connecting dengan cerita you melalui your songs.
Yeah.
How do you find this like consistent ilham yang sentiasa datang when you become more stable as a person?
Yeah. It was pretty difficult at the beginning because I don't want to create problem in my relationship.
No, of course.
Just to make a good album.
Yeah.
But you know what I can do is I get inspired by a lot of things. As we all do, we get inspired by books, by movies, by other songs, by people's stories, by real life stories. So I take a lot of inspiration from that, but using my own emotion. So I feel like as an artist, you have to have your emotion stored in the surface so you can access it very easily. So, for example, I watched this movie that I love, Past Lives. And it's not my story, but somehow little bits of me can relate to it. And I use my own emotion, and then I create something different, So the movie evoked my emotion, I take my emotion, and then I create another story for people to relate to. So it's something like that.
Yeah. That's such a skill.
I feel like you just have to be really curious about how people process their feelings, to be more empathetic, like why people become the way they are, why they take this decision instead of this, why you love someone but you hurt them, who hurt you, something, because it's never one-dimensional, right? So you have to always be. That's why I'm super empathetic in my personal life. Sometimes I tend to be a people pleaser because of how much I can see it from their perspective. But, that's, I think, what makes a good writer, that you can see from different perspective. Yeah.
Do you think macam teknik tu boleh dibelajar?
Of course. I feel like maybe reading fiction books.
Yeah.
I feel like it helps me a lot because in fiction book, in one chapter, you could be because you have this one perspective, you can be so into this person's point of view, right? Oh, you're super angry at the other person. And then the next chapter, you become the other person.
Yeah.
And then she's right too.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh, I can't be angry at her. This happened to her that this other person doesn't know. So I think that helped me a lot, reading a lot of just fiction books, because you can understand a problem from many different perspectives. And also, just trying to be vulnerable, just write even the cringiest thing you can write about yourself. And stay curious. I think being curious and empathetic is really the key.
Oh, that's so interesting. Apa yang Raisa cakap pasal there's no wrong or right? Like everything is kind of like gray and
it's like there's 3 truths.
Yeah.
It's like your truth, my truth, and the truth.
And what actually happened.
And what actually happened. So like, I don't know what's the actual truth, but yeah.
But it's such an interesting mindset and psychology sebab lagi banyak kita belajar benda ni, lagi kita boleh macam release benda yang teruk yang pernah jadi dekat kita. Kita macam sebenarnya kan dari pandangan saya betul. Tapi mungkin dari pandangan orang tu dia betul juga. So siapa nak cakap pandangan kita terpaling betul dalam dunia kan?
Yeah. It's a good thing to have, because then kamu bisa move on dari problem tu lebih cepat gitu. Karena you always, I would say I'm a little bit naive, but I like that about myself. Jadi I always think the best of people, even when people hurt me or people do wrong by me. I'm like, yeah, but he didn't mean to, or she didn't mean to. She's just like, that's just the way she is, and then I move on. So I'm just like, I don't think that people would super intentionally just like hate you.
Yeah.
But it's just a reflection of who they are or what they're going through.
Okay, I have a question for you sebab kita sebenarnya sangat similar pasal benda ni kan. I rasa macam kadang-kadang I'm a bit stupid. Like that's what my mom
Naive.
Naive. My mom is like, stupid. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
This person sucks. Tengok apa yang dia dah buat dekat you. This is a horrible thing. Like, why are you trying to forgive them? This is not the time. You're supposed to defend yourself, right?
Yes.
And sometimes I feel like, okay, adakah macam cara saya hadap situation ni salah? Adakah otak saya salah? Proses saya salah? And should I feel bad that I'm like forgiving them already? Like, is this a bad thing? How did you learn to love that part of yourself?
I have to learn about boundaries though. We have to learn about boundaries.
Oh, super. I'm such a people pleaser too.
Yes, because sometimes this is good, that we are empathetic and we forgive and we move on. It's good. But sometimes it's at the expense of ourselves.
True.
Right? So I had to learn about boundaries. Really, really, I have to learn to say no. I have to learn to say enough. I have to learn to like, look, I matter too, What happens to me matters. So I think it's good. It's endearing. And it's like something that humanity needs, empathy. But justru yang harus kita pelajari adalah the boundary. Gitu. And boundary doesn't mean that you have to disrespect people and you have to be like angry and you have to take revenge. No, but just like stop. I'm going to remove myself from the situation. And you just, I forgive you. You mean nothing to me now.
You kind of, that's also a skill.
It's stoic, yeah?
Yeah, it's actually scary. I've tried to do this. And then I look back and I'm like, I'm so mean.
Yeah.
Evil. Why am I doing this?
No, because for me, I don't really hate people. I just feel nothing.
Yeah.
That's like the highest level for me. It's not hating people or like taking revenge, but just like, you do anything, I feel nothing. That's like, okay.
That's how you know you're winning.
Yeah, that's the way I operate. But also I feel like by being this way, it's easier for me to get over something, because I know, like being a writer, I know that there's a lot of there's still more chapters to this story. If the life was a book, and this is what's happening to me right now. It's just like a plot twist or something. And then it goes on, right? This can't be the end, so.
Many chapters more, right?
Many more chapters to go.
You co-founded your own music label, which is a really brave. I think you're such a brave person. Like everything you do in your career is just
naive. Remember?
Tapi they say that the most successful people in the world are all sedikit lah delusional.
Yeah, of course.
Like
obviously,
you have to be. You have to live the fantasy in.
Yeah.
So you co-founded your own music label. Now that's a big step untuk mana-mana artist, and I'm sure there was a lot of like resistance. Apa yang memberi Raisa keyakinan untuk to do it yourself?
At that time, it was just, I really trust the circle that I'm, like my little circle, like my manager, the CFO of our company now, and myself. So I really trust those people. And I feel like maybe I had gained also more confidence in my own ability, that I'm like, okay, yes, I think I can do this. We can do this together. Yeah.
How did you manage it from like dari segi masa kan? Because you are the artist.
Yeah.
So untuk mana-mana artist yang nak buat business, this is always the biggest problem. How do you perform the song, talk to the people, do the PR, and pada masa yang sama run the behind the scenes? Or is it you have to just really find someone you can trust?
Yeah. I think it's more that because you have to find like a really good team that you can trust, because you cannot do it all together.
Yeah.
Salah. You cannot do it by yourself. You have to do it together.
Yeah.
Dan menurutku itu yang paling penting sih. Kadang-kadang juga the downfall of someone is trying to do everything all by themselves, not trusting people, not being able to delegate, terus juga micromanaging, and nggak bisa gitu. Karena especially as an artist, that part of you needs to breathe. It needs, it needs inspiration, harus liburan, harus nggak mikir, harus delusional.
Yeah, sedikit.
Yes. Jadi kalau kamu terlalu tahu bisnisnya, marketingnya, apa segala macam, that part of you slowly will die. Terlalu banyak reality, no more delusion.
Yeah.
Susah juga gitu. Jadi menurutku sih, the reality is you cannot do it by yourself. Jadi you have to find a really good people that you can trust.
How did you learn to delegate?
By hiring the best people. So you just, the best people doesn't mean like the most expensive atau the most famous, doesn't mean that. Tapi kalau kamu percaya dengan karya mereka, believe that they can do the task, you believe that they are the best at doing that task, ya udah. Jadi kayak menurutku, orang kamu yang terbaik, ngapain aku yang harus ngatur-ngatur kamu gitu. I trust you, ya udah. Kalau misalkan kayak gitu, then you'll be able to delegate.
Yeah.
Like you have a big team. You delegate.
I struggle.
Yes.
I don't struggle. I had to learn it's the hard way because I'm similar to you, and that's why I found your story sangat-sangat menarik. Sebab I started managing myself from the youngest possible age juga, because I started as an actor, and I fikir macam, okay, daripada I bagi orang lain ataupun orang luar jaga career I, kadang-kadang saya bukan dipaksa, tapi saya ditolak ke arah yang saya tak rasa sesuai dengan jiwa saya. So saya rasa macam mungkin kalau saya buka management sendiri, saya akan rasa lagi yakin dengan benda ni. Tapi delegation ni saya tak pandai. Oh my god, it's not natural. Sebab I rasa macam I nak buat everything. Kalau tak, I takut dia takkan sampai level yang I nak. And I'm the face of it. So I nak dia jadi macam mana I nak. And it's so difficult to let go. And realize yang kadang-kadang orang lain punya cara lagi better than yours.
Yes.
Even though you dah in your own head, you dah kahwin dengan idea you, tapi orang lain punya cara lagi better.
Yeah.
Right?
Ya, terkadang kayak gitu ya. Kadang kita harus sadari itu gitu, kayak, okay, you're the expert, not me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay. Yeah, and it turns out that maybe their idea is better. But obviously, there's always room for collaboration and for ulang lagi terus atau enggak kayak kasih tahu ide kamu lagi or something that's really really important to you, maybe not as important as for the other person. Communication is always key in anything. Tapi also delegation menurut aku itu penting sih, because I also want to have my personal life and not just working all the time gitu. Jadi semakin kayak waktu itu aku ingat kalau nggak salah Adele said like the bigger my career, the smaller my life. I feel like that's true for anyone. And I didn't want it to be like that. So salah satu caranya adalah yaitu untuk bisa let go of little things gitu. To free up space for like more important things.
Jangan sweat the small stuff, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
When
you started your own labels, shortly after you produced for yourself and then you started producing for other people too. And this is like quite macam mana nak cakap awal juga in your career. You were an artist producing for other artists, which is an interesting move. Because bukan ke macam benda tu akan mengambil masa daripada your focus into your own career when you start making for other people? Because creative energy is like limited, you know?
I don't actually produce for other people in terms of writing songs and stuff. But as a label, we do have a lot of other artists.
Right.
And I'm super happy to be like the first home for now like really big notable artists in Indonesia.
That's awesome.
If I may drop some names.
Go ahead.
We had Kunto Aji, we had Baraswara, and now we have a huge success with Bernadia. And I'm super proud that we were their first home, you know, because we always want to make them, because coming from an artist's perspective, we always want our artists to feel like they can be themselves. I know it's easier. It's super easy to say, I want them to be themselves. And then when they do something weird, you're like, but not that version of yourself.
Right?
Be this version that I like.
The commercial version of yourself.
The commercial version. But I think a lot of artists also believe in us because they know that we can see it from the artist's view and not just from the business view. So I'm super proud if I heard like a new artist say that, I want to be signed by Juni Records. You know, I was like, thank you.
That's me.
That's us. And so definitely being an artist myself, I have aku bisa punya pandang dari sudut seorang artis sehingga mungkin artis lain tuh bisa lebih nyaman gitu loh. Karena ngerasa they feel heard, they feel seen gitu.
Very, very cool. I think kembali kepada your point earlier where you said that like, you know, when you have a really big career, you have a really small life. I think Raisa dapat membuktikan yang that's not always the truth, because you have a personal life as well, and you are a mom, and you still have a big personal life, and you have a big career life, and you found this balance that really works for you. I mean, it's like it's a wave, right? But you got married in 2017. How did you know macam itulah masa yang betul untuk berkahwin? Apa lagi sebagai seorang career woman? I think career woman dalam mana-mana field, it's always like terrifying to take that step of getting married sebab your priorities kena shift, kena berubah sikit. Apa lagi if you're a career woman in entertainment, which is like the most demanding, like your face, your voice, your body, your energy, semua segala ni pada kerja kan? So how did you know that was like the time?
You know what? I was so naive. But you know what? My personal life and my professional life is I have like such a distinct perbedaan gitu.
Oh yeah.
Jadi ketika aku di dalam my personal life, I don't really think that much about my career at that time. Jadi I just think that was the perfect moment. It felt right. And also, when you know, right? So it happened. And then after it happened, like shortly before it happens, aku sama manajemen juga yang pastinya ngobrolin soal, image kita mau seperti apa gitu. Are we gonna be, what brands are we gonna take? What image yang akan kita tampilkan? What songs are we gonna make? Are we gonna make love songs? Are we gonna make family songs? Are we? So the options was still open because it was my own label. Mungkin kalau label lain mungkin bisa. Okay, sekarang kamu just exclusively write about your husband. Bisa aja gitu kan, riding the wave. Or exclusively write about family. So you're like the perfect Indonesian mom image. Something like that. But for me, I still want to have those separate because at the end of the day, I'm a storyteller and I want to be able to tell any story that I want. And people can make up their story about me in some way. Jadi kalau aku nyanyi lagu Patah Hati, mereka bisa percaya aku lagi patah hati banget. Kalau aku bikin story tentang apa, orang bisa percaya bahwa itu benar-benar terjadi pada aku gitu. Because they know so little about my personal life gitu. Jadi I try to make it still separate so I can be more free in my storytelling.
And how is it for your husband? Because I think like that's also the other stereotype, right? Is that for women in entertainment, dia sangat susah untuk cari partner yang betul. Sebab there's a lot that needs to be understood about your career, right?
A lot
that needs to be understood. And it's almost like you have to, especially at your size of business, right? Like you have a whole audience that also needs a part of you. That it's not
you have
fair
to be really secure.
Yeah, and you can't expect somebody to let go of that just because they're getting married. That's not a supportive partnership, in my opinion, right? So how did that go for you?
Well, we did a lot of talking. I had a lot of disclaimer, like it's gonna be like this. It's not gonna be easy. But luckily, he's also have entertainment in entertainment, so he understands. But sometimes it's still difficult, like sometimes it's not easy, and we would talk about it. But at the end of the day, he knows who I am when he met me. He knows the scale of our relationship, and also he knows about my dreams and my bigger goals. So he's just gonna support me no matter what. And now I feel like also my daughter is someone that's a bit of an unsung hero because she needs to understand also that mom needs to do this and that, and with her very innocent capacity. And so I sometimes like seeing her sleep, I would cry like, oh, I'm so sorry that I have to go to work. I'm so sorry that I have to do this and that, something that maybe you don't understand yet, that you have to berbagi your mom with a lot of other people, berbagi your mom's time with a lot of other people. But I try to make her understand little by little.
There's a lot of mom guilt, huh?
A lot of mom guilt. For any mom, for whatever that we're doing, it's just inherently for all women, and also in society, the expectations of moms are crazy. But we also have to give our children a lot of credit because they also put up with a lot of things. Yeah.
I think though there is a perspective yang orang tak selalu akan cakap, especially pasal moms. Like you're right, society has the craziest expectations of moms. They think you become a mom and you become like a robot, which is not true. We're all people, right? Tapi I think there is something to be said about macam budak-budak yang membesar dengan ibu yang berdikari, yang bekerja, rather than looking at that like it's a negative thing, like, oh, the mom should be with the child all the time. No, I think like growing up with an example of a mom who's hardworking, strong, and can have a career, isn't that also really inspiring?
Yeah. Something that I always tell my daughter is she always says like, I hope you quit your job. I hope you're a teacher so you can teach at my school and we'll be together all the time. I wish you have no job. I'm like, Astaghfirullah, nah, take that back. And then my team is like, take that back.
You can be the biggest star in the world and your kids will keep you humble.
Yes. I wish you have no job. Astaghfirullahaladzim. But I always say to her, because the easiest thing to say to her is like, oh, I need money for your school. I need money to buy your toys. I need money for our holiday, to go to Disneyland, whatever, But I always take the time to sit down with her and tell her that, you know what? I love my job. I love music. You see how people, because she loves music as well, you see how you're happy when you're listening to that song? that's how people feel when they listen to my songs. And I love that. So I try to make her understand that to work is not just about money, you know, but it's also about fulfillment. It's also about dreams, and it's about, you know, being happy and being, you know, having dreams and again, being fulfilled.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope that she's starting to understand that.
She's 6 now?
Yes.
Yeah?
She's 6.5.
Does she know that you are Raisa? Like, do her friends know? How does that happen for her?
I think she's starting to know. Yes. Because, yeah, she always wants to be like mini me.
Oh.
Yeah, so if
cute.
if I'm going to a concert, like I'll be wearing a dress, I have to pack her a dress too.
So she can match.
Yeah. So she can be in a ball gown too, and not me in a dress, and then she's just in regular outfit. She'll be really angry with me. It's like, why didn't you bring me my dress?
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
If she ever wanted to be a singer, would you let her?
I think it depends. If she's doing it for the right reasons, 100% will be behind her. But you know, if she's doing it not for the right reasons, then I have to have a talk with her. But as far as I can see now that she loves music, first thing in the morning she would like, Mama, please put on my playlist.
No.
And then after she goes home, she will practice her piano without me having to like, practice your piano. And she's into musicals, and she's very into music. And I'm not a show mom at all.
Yeah.
It's all her. Just like, I want to learn this, I want to learn that, I want to, you know, get into a musical class. Yeah, so it's all her. I feel like she has it.
Yeah, and she's 3rd generation of musical talent.
Yes.
So, mana tahu in the future again. Yeah. But you were always pretty private, I think, ever since she came into the world, right? Much like you didn't post about her so much, tried to give her that sense of privacy, which is a really interesting take. Is there a reason why you thought it was super important, especially much as zaman sekarang? I know my friends who are celebrities and their kids have Instagram accounts and the kids are famous.
Yeah.
And the child is like 5.
Yeah.
Was there a reason you didn't go down that path, especially when you and your husband are both entertainers?
For me, I think I'm super protective of the people I love. And I don't think, aku kayaknya gak akan kuat kalau aku taruh anakku di luar sana for the public to criticize or untuk kasih komen-komen negatif ataupun apa, aku gak akan kuat. Jadi, as much as I'm protecting her, I'm also protecting myself dari komentar-komentar orang gitu. Karena it's hard enough to be a mom, tapi to be a mom and like millions of people telling you what's right or what's wrong with you,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
So much
1
worse.
million time harder.
Yeah.
Gitu. Jadinya makin lama aku makin merasa itu adalah keputusan yang tepat. Dan also for privacy, because aku ngerasa kalau orang-orang ketemu anakku sekarang gitu, they will play with her, they will talk with her because they know that she is not content, right? Jadinya she can have that childhood of not having to please people or not having to put a face on, you know, and just be a kid.
Yeah. Ataupun jadi sejenis product almost, right?
Yeah.
At such a young age.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it though. I get it because the market is huge. Like family contents are huge, and we take inspirations also from. I follow a couple of family content creators because we take inspirations from them. I get it, and I will never judge someone for their decision. But for me, I just know that I'm not that strong to have people commenting about my family. So I prefer to keep it for myself.
Tak ada cara yang betul ataupun cara yang salah.
Yeah.
Just ada cara masing-masing kan.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the pandemic. How was that for you? Sebab I ada terbaca that this was like one of the hardest periods for you and the most stressful.
Yes, because specifically at that time, we were gonna do our big stadium concert in 2020. So I think the concert was in June and the pandemic was in March. Yeah. So, no, the concert was November.
The concert was in November and then it got cancelled, right?
Yeah. I didn't remember, but
Yeah.
it got cancelled. So it was such a huge blow to us because we've been preparing that concert for a year.
Heartbreaking.
And I think we sold already like 20,000 plus tickets that we had to refund everyone. And it's just that sponsors already came in and production already start, but it was such a really difficult time for any industry.
Kalau tak silap, that's the concert that kalau dia berlangsung pada ketika itu, that would have been the moment that you became the first ever female Indonesian artist to sell a stadium, right?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And so like, sakit.
Yeah, it's such a huge moment. And we titled it Her Story. It's not history, but her story.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, anyway, it was super difficult for any business, but especially for entertainment, because entertainment, it's such a
non-essential
at all at that time. And yeah, I mean, if you think about it, even just one thing, just concert, of course there's the artist, ada the crew, the band, the EO, terus ada rental music, rental sampai all to the cleaning service, the security, itu semua mati loh. Semua gitu. Jadi it's such a difficult time for our industry because we're such non-essential. But also for me, pertama-pertama tuh ya itu dia, aku bilang aku nggak bisa connect sama my audience dan aku nggak bisa ngeluarin this energy that I have yang ternyata ada di atas panggung itu is my outlet to let everything out gitu. Tapi now that I look back, I was so blessed that I have those time with my family. Itu time that kita nggak akan lagi punya waktu kayak gitu. And if we are one of the lucky ones that we were not impacted greatly by the pandemic, I think it was one of the most underrated, beautiful time in my life with my little family.
And I think it also macam secara tak langsung walaupun you didn't plan it that way, the timing of it, right? Ended up not being so bad. Yeah,
because my daughter was 1, and then I was able to spend a lot of time with her at home, and I'm just, because usually kan kita FOMO ya. If we want to take time off, the world is, moving super fast. But now we slow down and the world slow down with us. So there's no FOMO.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's the time where everyone becomes a content creator. Even your accountant friend, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Everybody became, including my accountant friend. Yes. From outside, right?
Shout out.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Everybody started on TikTok and then that started blowing up. Did that kind of change the way that you viewed music during that time? Because TikTok is satu outlet yang sangat besar untuk mana-mana music, especially because that's where like songs blow up now, is on TikTok.
I feel like I'm super late to the game. I thought TikTok was a place for like dance and stuff. I didn't know how impactful it was. And then when I realized it, now I'm starting to learn all the dance. No, I'm now starting to learn how to navigate.
If I had known, we'd have done a dance outside.
No. I'm now starting to get to navigate through my TikTok.
Yeah.
Because it is super huge.
It's huge,
and it's like a career maker and career breaker type of huge. Yeah.
Sangat.
Tapi it's hard for me because it was not natural for me to produce so many contents about so many things. Tapi, at first I resisted completely. I don't want to be a content creator. I don't want to do this content, that content. I feel like this is cringe. I feel like this is not me, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we have to compromise because times are changing and the way people consume entertainment, consume music is changing. You have to adapt, but you also have to be able to, put a lot of your personality in your contents.
Which brings me to my next question. For you specifically, I think is so interesting, right? Is that you are such a successful artist.
Amen.
Yeah, in your career, macam kalau kita tengok, right, the awards that you've won, the nominations, over like 150 nominations in so many different.
Really?
Yeah, we counted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you've 156
Well done.
nominations, 53 awards won, which is
Oh,
that's a
wow.
lot. And objectively,
Okay.
you are such a successful female musical artist, right? And untuk kekal, bukan, I hate this word, right? Sebab I rasa macam it gets thrown at people all the time. Kekal relevant. Kekal relevant.
Yeah.
When it's like you tak wujud ni seorang artis
Yeah.
yang sentiasa relevant untuk berpuluh-puluh tahun. It's like a wave,
Yeah.
right? But untuk kekal berada
Yeah.
dan kekal jadi seorang yang masih contribute
Yeah.
over a decade later, right? You have to continuously evolve.
Yes.
And yang susahnya pasal evolution ni adalah macam bila you first did Raisa, the album, and then your second album, third album, like there was a way that you did it yang membuatkan orang jatuh cinta dengan you. And sekarang you have to capture that again.
Yeah.
But you have to change it also. It's like,
Yes.
I don't know how you do it.
You worded perfectly.
Oh, thank you.
It's such a difficult. Yeah.
It's really hard, right? Like, how do you macam view evolusi you sendiri dalam your career? Tapi pada masa yang sama, kekal essence Raisa tu yang orang pada permulaannya jatuh cinta,
Yeah.
right?
Ya, aku juga dapat banyak komentar-komentar dari orang tuh macam-macam juga gitu. Kalau aku keluarin sesuatu yang baru, yang beda dari biasanya, some people are like, oh finally something fresh, nggak gitu-gitu aja. You're starting to get so boring with your stuff, and then I'm happy that you come out with new stuff. Okay, happy dong.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, just like, who is this person? Aku nggak suka. Kembalikan Raisa yang dulu. Where are you? Aku nggak kenal sama ini. Aku nggak bisa. So,
peningnya.
jadi bingung gitu.
Yeah.
Dan itu akan selalu terjadi gitu. Sampai akhirnya kita menyadari bahwa you just cannot please everyone. So as long as you berkarya yang jujur, it will find their audience gitu. Permasalahannya adalah the numbers. Kadang-kadang the numbers are gonna be big, kadang-kadang the numbers are just not gonna give. Jadinya buat aku sih, as long as I make good music, I'm gonna be somewhat content. If I make good music that a lot of people like, I'm gonna be super happy obviously. Tapi kalau I make good music tapi orang gak suka, at least I didn't lie to myself, you know, so I will always have that, that promise with myself. Tapi to stay relevant, I feel like curiosity is number one. Number two, emang harus bisa belajar dan being adaptable to changes. Terus collaborate with new generations, ngobrol, terus kayak open to suggestions. Itu tuh penting banget gitu loh, karena ya gimana pun ya di era baru ini mungkin orang-orang yang tidak seberpengalaman aku, tapi mereka bisa lebih get the trend, atau jadi kayak aku nggak bisa bilang I have more more experience than you. Gak bisa selalu gitu, karena gimana pun this is their era and I have to learn from them gitu. Jadi gak boleh, you cannot be too proud to have a conversation with someone that's like your junior. Dan kolaborasi itu menurut aku penting banget, karena itu dari kolaborasi itu kamu pasti bisa belajar banyak banget gitu.
This is true. Another thing, right, that I think is changed a lot, that the younger generation knows so much about, the TikTok generation, Gen Z, right, is how to capture attention. Tapi masalah ni sekarang adalah dia punya cara untuk capture attention tu makin
absurd.
Absurd. Absurd dan absurd, right? Tapi I noticed that, like, for you specifically, you've not done anything absurd, I think, in your whole career. Daripada apa yang saya nampak lah, macam like something crazy kan. Tapi itulah cara untuk capture attention sekarang, right? And do you ever feel the pressure, like, to, I don't know, like, step out of your comfort zone in that way, do something absurd? How did you resist that and stay true to yourself dalam a universe where, like, nowadays everybody feels the pressure to go in, including my accountant friend, right?
Yeah, I
to
know.
go do something absurd to get the views, right?
Yes. pressure, obviously, we all feel pressure to, to do something crazy, to do something that'll go viral. But I don't know. I believe that my fans know who I am. And if I do those kind of stuff, like absurd stuff for the views, I feel like, okay, maybe I'll get the views, but I don't think my core fans will be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm obviously not gonna be happy. So why bother?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, they are the people, they are my tribe. So I'm always focusing on what the fans want rather than, what the general public wants, which is not all is gonna be the fans, right? Jadi lebih penting apa yang dimau fans dibandingin, just for viral gitu. Karena siapa tahu aku viral dengan sesuatu yang aku bikin absurd, tapi fansku nggak seneng kan, ya buat apa juga gitu.
Yeah, betul.
Yeah. What's the most absurd thing you've done?
I that's the thing, right? Like even with my show, I think the questions that I ask and stuff like that, biasa ni kan, daripada permulaan show ni wujud, people always question me like, why don't you ask these like important questions or the interesting questions? Like for example, if I have a guest yang pernah melalui sesuatu yang agak sakit ataupun gossip, kenapa saya tak nak tanya soalan macam tu? Because I rasa macam kita dah jauh sangat dengan peri kemanusiaan that we think that this is okay.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
This, right? But it's true that we maybe don't get the most viral views because I don't ask the most viral questions. Tapi pada masa yang sama, I boleh tidur dengan aman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like myself. So,
yes.
Dia macam tu lah.
And also, I think that if, with the kind of questions that you're asking, if people want to open up, they will just tell you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't want to, and imagine if I made somebody open up dengan cara yang dia tak selesa. That for me is a dosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right way.
Oh my God, I wish everyone thinks like this.
No, but it's true, right?
Yeah.
Sebab pada penghujungnya, it is a business. Yeah. And we can tell crazy stories and we have a really successful viral episode. But it's also real life.
Yeah.
And the fallout mentally or emotionally untuk orang yang I tengah interview ataupun untuk diri I sendiri, that's so real. And who's gonna clean that up, right?
Yes. Oh my God.
Itu yang I rasa lah.
That's so beautiful. That's why so many people love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I think like that's why I resonated so much with your story, because I feel like in a different way, melalui a different art medium, music, that's exactly what you've done for so long too.
Oh, thank you.
So I feel really happy looking at your story because I'm like, she's done it for so many years. That means I'm safe, right? Like I'm not gonna lose my career sebab I tak tanya soalan yang, scandalous ataupun, know?
Yeah, no.
That's how I feel. I feel inspired, which is great. Okay, so kita dah sampai dekat the most recent album that you came out with, Ambivert. And you decided to do something. This is crazy. This is totally crazy. You went into isolation ke untuk...
Yes.
What?
It's so fun.
That's different.
It works for me. So next time I make an album, I'm going to do it again.
What does it mean, isolation?
So basically, me and the producers and my team, we went to somewhere a bit far from Jakarta, and then we rent this villa, and we just stay there and just produce and just have no comprehension of time whatsoever. And
I got peaceful, yeah?
Yeah, so peaceful. No, because the thing is, especially when you're a mom, a big chunk of your brain is going to be towards your child.
Of course.
And towards just like what the house needs, what everyone else needs. And you come last, sadly, but it is true. Tapi kalau misalkan aku mau nulis, aku tuh harus berada di dalam, I have to be that artist that produce, that writes, that sings. And I can't be that artist and mom at the same time gitu. Jadi aku izin sama suamiku sama anakku, I have to go for like a week somewhere, not too far, not too close. But I have to channel that person. Because if of course I can go to the studio, write and go back, but then I have to reset again the next day.
Dan otak kena sentiasa
switching. And then I have to reset again. And so it's much easier for me to just be that person for the whole week and just super in tune with my musical side, and just write some good music with good people. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but at a press conference for Heart to Heart, I think you told everyone like, oh, I'm here to stay. And I'm going to make a third album, a fourth album, and a fifth album. And this is it. Like, you dah merealisasikan your original dream. Did you remember that when you went into writing Ambivert?
No?
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you did. And I think that's so cool because it seems like from the beginning of your career, you dah sangat yakin. Ataupun kita tak tahu kan masa depan kita macam mana. Tapi you dah macam manifested it. And here it is, your fifth studio album. Apa kelainan dalam Ambivert yang mungkin orang tak pernah nampak, dan apa persamaan dengan Raisa yang orang dah kenal selama ini?
Okay, sebenarnya ini lucu sih karena this touches the subject that we were talking about before. Banyak orang yang bilang Raisa is back with this album. Like I never go anywhere, but okay. Because a lot of people think that this album reminds them why they fell in love with me the first time.
Yeah.
So waktu aku masuk ke studio dan aku nulis, aku nggak pernah berpikir aku pengen albumnya bakalan kayak gini, aku bakalan kayak album pertama, or my most successful with the third one, aku pengen kayak handmade. Aku nggak pernah mikir kayak gitu. Aku datang nulis aja. Nanti jadinya kayak gimana, it's for another day, you know. Dan setelah jadi, aku bikin lagu memang yang raw, yang lebih lebih simple, more easier to digest, I guess. Terus habis itu aku pakai soundnya juga lebih akustik, more organic, and lebih berat di lirik. And people seem to think that this is the core Raisa that they love. Okay, I'll take that. Jadi tanpa aku sadari mungkin sisi Raisa yang mereka they fell in love with me for the first time itu keluar di album ini.
Meaning Raisa pertama itu tak pernah pergi mana-mana pun.
Yeah.
It's always been you.
Iya. Cuma mungkin gini kali ya. Waktu album keempat aku, It's Personal. I think it's a really beautiful album, but maybe it didn't have the attention that it deserved because pas keluarnya itu waktu pandemi. It's 2021. Aku keluar album itu. Terus disitulah masa dimana ada perbedaan konsumsi musik. Karena di situ era digital lagi naik banget, pandemi, dan semua orang jadi content creator. Terus people want to hear music through content and not just the music.
Yeah.
Jadi somewhat you have to tie your music to an emotion, you have to tie your music to a certain content. Mungkin yang tadi aku bilang I'm a late player. Di situ waktu ngeluarin album It's Personal, mungkin aku belum sadar dengan itu, sehingga musiknya itu tidak terkonsumsi dengan baik oleh publik karena aku tidak tahu cara memasarkannya pada saat itu gitu. But maybe that's the reason why people felt that I was gone for a long time, because that album was kind of get slept on by people, which is fine. The album is still there. If you want to listen to it, it's still there. Tapi yang sekarang, I think juga attention span people udah mulai kembali lagi back to normal.
Yes.
People are starting to consume longer formats again. Terus juga kita udah siap dengan banyak konten dengan album Ambivert. As you can see, banyak video, banyak behind the scene, banyak foto, pokoknya we bank a lot of contents for this album. So we learn a lot also from, like I said, dari kegagalan itu banyak banget yang bisa dipelajarin. So with the last album, kita udah tahu what went wrong from us. Jadi kita persiapkan yang lebih baik buat album ini.
You know, it's so interesting yang you said that because I have a different theory about macam digital kan. Pada permulaan yang bila dia dah mula, time TikTok tengah hype, time pandemic kan, ramai gila orang yang macam nak lagu jadi cepat, audio jadi cepat. Semua jadi macam, and then kita dah hilang satu benda yang sangat istimewa pasal humans and the way we interact. Kita dah hilang that like deep soulfulness for a while. Tapi I rasa this year, sejak kebelakangan ni, orang dah start aware yang kita dah hilang sesuatu dan sedang mencari music ataupun film ataupun TV, whatever it is, art yang boleh membuatkan kita rasa connected to each other again. Because we lost it for like 2 years, you know? And mungkin sebab tu the timing of Ambivert is perfect. Because this is what people are looking for, macam untuk cari kebenaran tu dalam sebuah rekaan, art, right? And so I think what you said is completely right. I'm happy you said that because I think like a lot of artists pun macam sekarang they've like lost that and they're like, okay, how do I make my song? Okay, 15 seconds and then I kena letak satu part dalam lagu I yang orang boleh buat transition. And it's like, oh my gosh, apa dah berlaku? You know? And you're right, you said this earlier as well, dah hilang kejujuran dalam seni tu. And I'm really happy you maintained it. Because,
Yeah, I mean, you worded it perfectly again. I feel like now people are starting to slowly come back. And yang bikin aku senang banget itu adalah, I mean, when the numbers came, I'm happy to see the numbers, but also it means that people are listening to albums again.
Yes, who would have seen this?
Yeah, as opposed to singles or like sound bites. Iya kan? Jadi gimana pun album dan like the universe of an album, terus semua the colors, the storytelling, the universe, people are starting to appreciate that again gitu. Jadi aside from the actual number, tapi aku ngerasa there's a shift that people are starting to listen to albums again, and I think it's such a relief for me. Dan juga aku happy banget sih karena apa ya? Ya karena di album yang ini tuh aku ngerasa lagu-lagunya bener-bener it's super raw and it's really beautiful. Jadi aku senang kalau people get it.
Yeah. And I think so far it's just been 3 weeks, but people are getting it.
Yes, I hope so.
You're here in Malaysia promoting your album. Kalau I tak tanya a few questions pasal Malaysia, I rasa my audience is going to be so mad at me.
Of course.
Macam mana perasaan kembali ke Malaysia? And what do you find special about peminat-peminat you dekat Malaysia?
Kayaknya kalau kamu nanya all Indonesian artists, atau I don't know about non-Indonesian, but pasti yang dijawab pertama adalah audience-nya. Karena kemarin aja minggu lalu artis kita Bernadia abis bikin konser
dekat Zep kan?
Di Zep. Terus aku nggak datang, tapi aku WhatsApp dia, Nat, good luck ya for tonight's concert. Di KL udah pasti heboh. Aku bilang kayak gitu. Udah serahin aja ke audience-nya gitu. So kayak iya makasih Kak gitu. Terus and then she said it was super amazing, the audience.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Karena memang the energy here is so wild. Kayak people are just having a good time gitu. They're not worried about anything. Dan juga mungkin karena kita jarang ya di sini. Jadi setiap kita kesini tuh ada rasa rindunya. Dan juga the interaction, terus the jokes, everything. People are so attentive. Yang pasti paling diingat dari Malaysia itu adalah the audience. The energy of the audience is insane.
So soalan yang mungkin spicy sikit. When are you next doing a showcase here?
Aku pengen banget ya. Jujur, this is my secret campaign to get
campaign?
To get me.
Dah tak secret dah, tapi it's okay.
A secret campaign supaya bikin showcase Ambivert di KL.
Okay, so you guys have to comment. Okay,
yes.
Comment, make it happen.
Have to make it happen. Karena if there's anywhere that will appreciate this album, I feel like this is one of the biggest place I can take this album.
I think so too. Yeah, we have a lot of energy here.
Yes.
And I'm just really happy that kita punya budaya pergi concert semua dah start hidup balik. You know?
Yeah.
It's cool. Okay, but we'll go on to what's next for you. Daripada Malaysian showcase, I know you have one coming up. Which is 23rd of July in Jakarta.
Yes.
So that's actually like what, next week?
Next week.
Are you ready?
No.
On the day, are you going to be ready or is it still going to be like, no?
Oh my God. It's just today that I had a meeting an online meeting this morning. I'm like, okay, we still have enough time. It's good that you tell me now when we have so much time. No, it's next week.
Yeah.
And then I open my calendar. It's literally next week.
Yeah.
Like the day.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I'm starting panicking.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm panicking right now.
Girl, why are you panicking? You're Raisa.
No, because we already have the concept, obviously, but I think it's just from a lot of excitement. The panic is from, it's a good panic.
Yeah.
It's from a lot of excitement. And it's something that's, it's not the biggest thing that I've ever made, but it's very different than other things that I've made because it's so intimate. And for me, the more intimate, I get more anxious because it's much more personal and much more, the interaction matters more than when it is in a big stage with a big LED, big production. When it's small production, it's more human.
Actually, that's so interesting.
Yeah. It's much more human and it matters the little things that you say, the little things that you do because it's such a small production. It's so close proximity. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think a small scale is such a way to go with this album because it's such a personal album and such a storytelling album that I feel like it's going to be super fun and super interesting.
I'm so excited for you. Harap-harapnya KL satu hari nanti akan dapat peluang yang sama.
I hope before the end of the year. I don't want to wait until next year.
Yeah.
I hope it's this year.
I mean, I hope so too. Sebab I'm based here, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And you're gonna come.
Oh, for sure.
Obviously. I'm gonna put you in the front to like.
Yeah, I'll come. I'll cheer. I'll bring like some posters. We'll bring the album, but like a big version.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sebelum kita habiskan episode kita hari ni, we do have a rapid fire. Now this is just like short and fun questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
I know you love crime. What's your favorite crime series?
Mindhunter.
Oh my god, that's intense.
Okay.
But all crime is intense to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah, actually sebenarnya betul lah tu. Okay.
Yeah, Mindhunter. At least it's kind of fiction. Kind of.
Is it?
I think it's not one. It's inspired by a true story, but it is super intense though.
Yeah.
I love it. What's yours?
I think like kenapa diorang selalu cakap kan all hot girls they love true crime. Mine is Rotten Mango. I love her.
too.
I love Stephanie Sue. She's so good.
I
but
love
she's
her.
also like she's intense tapi dia kelakar.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love her.
I love her too.
Yeah, I listen to her on the plane always.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like slightly crazy for this, right? Tapi time I
We
nak
are.
kemas my house,
Yeah.
it's like Stephanie Sue talking about like until I dah macam tak ada perasaan, you know.
Oh my goodness.
And then he slit her throat, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Me too. Like just like mopping and then
Yes.
listening to crime podcasts.
Same. Same.
We are a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
I
a
have to
little
admit that.
Tapi like you said earlier, kalau kita tak delusional a bit,
Yeah.
there's no art that's being made. You know what I mean?
It's just for the art. We're doing it for
100%.
the art.
Yes.
Yes.
It's an experiment. And next question. Favorite Malaysian food?
Nasi kandar.
Nasi kandar.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
good
just
choice.
Easy.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Next one. Any hidden talent?
Hidden talent. Many, but not all useful.
Okay, most not useful hidden talent.
I can wiggle my nose like Bewitched.
Can we see?
Yeah, okay. This camera.
Yeah. Oh, Raisa!
Can you do it?
No!
I can be like this.
What muscle is that?
It's so not useful. Like it's not gonna save me in a zombie
insane,
apocalypse,
right? Like I tak pernah nampak orang yang boleh. That's wild. Okay, to be fair, I can do that with my ear.
Yeah, I can do that.
You can do that with your ear too?
Yeah, but you have to showcase your talent. Come on.
No, I can't follow that. Like mine is embarrassing compared to what you can. Okay, can you see it is moving?
Yes. Bravo. Bravo. And I also can. Why am I advocating myself?
No, I want to know.
I can talk with my mouth closed, or I can sing with my mouth closed.
Can we see?
Okay, ask me a question.
Okay. How would you survive in a zombie apocalypse? What's your plan from A to Z?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but probably I'm gonna die first.
She said she's gonna die first, and I understood it. What?
Yeah. So was that your next question?
I mean, the zombie apocalypse? Yes.
Yes. So that's I actually have. Are you still shocked about my?
No, the nose thing. I'm never gonna move on.
Yeah.
It's like I did not expect that. That's crazy.
You know what? I just remembered this talent yesterday because first of all, it's useless. I forgot about it. And second of all, it's not a talent.
No, it's a talent. It's a talent. I think you're wrong. I think that's
This
a
is a
talent.
party trick more.
It's a huge party trick.
But I just remembered it because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make content with this.
It's great. Okay, honestly, I tak pernah nampak orang yang ada talent to the ear thing. This is like considered basic already. This is next level. That's wild. Definitely make
you
a
see it
TikTok.
here first, guys.
That's crazy. TikTok needs to see it next. Okay, next. What would you do if you could live forever?
Oh my God.
I know. It sounds like a punishment, honestly.
If I could live forever, what am I gonna do? I don't know. Is it gonna be boring?
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe I will like live in a different country for like a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like
And then
for
keep moving.
different lifetimes. Yeah.
Start a new lifetime.
Yeah.
If you could
Oh,
live
this is a deep
one, right?
question. Oh my God, this is not. This is gonna stay in my head for like my bedtime. Just like
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
next question. It's a
Okay.
follow-up question. Which country would you move to and live in if you could?
oh my God. I think I would live in Paris one day.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love it there because it's just so. I feel like the feminine energy is crazy in there, and just like so many art, accessible anytime, anywhere, free. It's just there.
Yeah.
The beauty is there.
True.
So yeah, I feel like I write some beautiful songs, beautiful art in a place where I'm not really inspired, like inside a tiny studio. Imagine if I'm like surrounded by art. What more can I do?
So true.
Yeah.
Last question is what is the most important advice yang pernah ada orang bagi that really changed your life?
Yikes. What? I don't know. I think advice. I think it's something along the line of, you can't change other people or you can't change other people's action. But what can you control is yourself or like your reaction. I think that's so simple, but not a lot of people realize it. That you actually can control yourself and the way you, the way that you process what happened to you. Jadi kayaknya setelah aku realize itu bahwa I'm not in the mercy of other people, other people's opinion, other people's action, then I can actually write things for myself. Itu kayaknya it liberates a lot of things
So true.
from me. Yeah.
And you can find your freedom. Sebelum kita habiskan episode kita, is there anything you'd like to say to your Malaysian fans?
First of all, I want to say thank you to you because this is like the most beautiful, girly, heart-to-heart talk that I've
Thank you.
had in a while, especially in a podcast, and we met each other for the first time
today, yeah.
And I feel like we're so connected, and thank you for having me, and I hope that we can continue this friendship.
Me too.
And thank you for your audience, and just for your Raisa, Malaysia, thank you for always welcoming me to your beautiful country, and I really hope you like the album and keep streaming the album because you guys are really what keeps artists going. And yeah, semoga lagunya can resonate with your life. Then thank you.
Thank you guys so much bersama kami untuk podcast ini. Walaupun sudah macam I dah lost track of time, probably berjam-jam. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for staying with us. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. Okay, bye-bye.